Today, I want to dive into an essential topic for e-learning developers, making your storyline modules keyboard accessible. Specifically, we'll be focusing on creating keyboard accessible accordion interactions. Just yesterday, our team was working on a new Ready Plus module about leading a resilient workforce. Now, when it came to my review, I noticed that the accordion interaction wasn't keyboard accessible. So I trained the developer who was working on it, and then I thought this would be great to share with everyone. So here we are. Here is the interaction we were working on. As you can see, this has multiple elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, like accordion. Clicking on each element reveals its content, and other elements shift down. Right? Now, our goal is to ensure that learners can navigate through these elements using only their keyboards if they have to. How is this built? Each element is on the base layer, but also has a slide layer associated with it. When you select an element, the corresponding layer opens up, displaying that content. Now, for keyboard accessibility, we need to make sure that the focus order is done correctly. The first thing to consider is what is your desired outcome, and then we can work towards it. Now, as I imagine, we want the learner to navigate through the elements in the right order, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. If they open element 1, if they select it, they should be able to access its content and then move on to element 2, and so on. Now, let's try and achieve this. For a complex slide like this one, I generally like to start with a blank slate. But let us say we use the default order. Let's see what happens. Well, the slide works well if I just move from elements 1, 2, 3, and 4. But let's see, if I open element 1, now I still have base layer elements visible, and the focus order will try to go through these first. Not a good learner experience. One way to fix this is go to each layer and hide those extraneous objects on each layer. Well, that's doable. Let's do that and try now. Better. But we still need to go all the way back to top in order to make this work. It's worth remembering here what the desired behavior is. We want the types to go in order, and if any element is opened, we should read its content and move on to the next element, not go back to the top. So here is how it works now. Using the tab key, we navigate to element 1, raise the space bar, and the content of element 1 appears. Press tab again, we move to element 2, and so on. Now this is smooth, intuitive, and accessible. How did I do it? Now this is what my final focus order looks like. If the learner does not open a tab, it goes from base layer button 1, 2, 3, and 4. If they do open a button, let's say 1, it goes through that content, and then through 2, 3, 4 buttons on that layer. Now it does go through the base layer buttons too. So we do need to hide them on each layer. If they jump to button 3, so does the focus order. This works perfectly now. And that's it. By properly setting the focus order, you can make your storyline interactions keyboard accessible, ensuring a better experience for all learners. Thanks for watching and happy designing.